hello Ashi, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, sir. How are you?
Good, thank you, thank you. So let me quickly introduce you to the others and the others to you together in that way. So we have Ashi Somani, All India rank 104. A CL Pune student. Currently, she's been allotted Nalsar, right?
Yes, sir.
And hoping for an upgrade to an LSIU. That's correct?
Yes.
We'll keep our fingers
So
crossed.
congratulations, Ashi.
Thank you.
Ashi, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
So Ashi, we have our CL Pune directors, Manu sir and Lloyd sir. They are the directors of CL Pune. So we'll not waste much time. We'll quickly jump on to few quick, simple questions. Okay?
Yeah.
So just to begin with, like such a great achievement, how do you feel after achieving such a great feat?
I feel that sense of satisfaction you get after you've really tried for something and you've been working towards it for so long, and then you finally achieve it. Like I'm feeling so happy about it. I feel like I can take a break now.
So when you say break, like what kind of break are you actually thinking of?
Just 15 days. Like I'm not gonna be doing anything. I'm gonna take all the pressure off of me because right after 15 days, college starts up. So I have to get into that now.
Such a long study, a break is definitely what we need.
Yeah.
Ashi, at what point in your life, at what point of time in your life, did you decide to take up law? Or what was that incident or juncture when you decided that you should take up law?
Well, law wasn't as such a conscious decision. I was a bit influenced by my peers around me and a bit by my parents. But when I wanted to be a lawyer was actually when I started studying about it, and I started reading. I started being taught by CL teachers, and I delved into the subjects a lot. And I realized that this is something that interests me, and this is also something that I would be good at, which seems like a smart career choice. So I was like, okay, yeah, this is something that I really want to do in my life, and that is when I wanted to be a lawyer.
But then it is after joining CL that you felt good about it. There must have been a point of time before joining CL wherein you must have thought, wherein you must have explored different career options. And
well, yes. Oh, sorry, continue.
Yeah, and probably there must have been something which must have influenced you. Some incident or probably perhaps peers.
Well, it was more like my parents are in the commerce studied field, so they're both chartered accountants, and that is what I was sort of expected to follow into, but it was nothing that I was ever interested in. And that is when, and I felt that I wasn't really interested in anything of the sort. Like some people want to be a scientist, but I was never that way inclined. And so it was more of a practical decision. I felt that this is something I'm good at, this is something I'm interested at. Those are two check boxes that I'm ticking off. So this is something I can get into. It wasn't a life calling, I would say.
Great. Okay, Ashi, a little bit of academics. So what was the most difficult section for you, and how did you tackle it?
Okay, so GK, as is for every person who's trying a competitive exam, GK was something that I struggled with because I wasn't sure how to approach it. But there was also personally legal, the legal aptitude section, which most people are actually really good at, and that is why I was like, why am I not able to do this? So how I tackled that was that I just returned to the basics, and I kept going back to the basics every month, which is something I really recommend. Because you need to have that basic strong so that you can build upon it and you can put your own aptitude. But at some point, you have to know the law. So I just kept going back every month to those basic books about law theory, and then I built on it.
Okay, Ashish, so that was about legal. Can you tell us how did you study for the remaining areas?
Well, my theory of the basics is something that just works for almost everything. But for GK, what I did was that I just really got interested in the subject. I wanted to know more. I wanted to know about what is happening in Afghanistan, perhaps. So that is the sort of curiosity that led me to wanting to know about the thing. That led me to wanting to be a more aware person and that is how I tackled GK. And English I was always sort of good at, and maths I struggled with till the very end. I have no tips to give for maths.
English always been a forte for you.
Yes.
Okay.
At any point of time during this journey, when you were preparing for CLAT, did you feel that you won't be able to make it? And what is it that, because every student faces this thing during the journey of preparation. So, and how did you make a comeback from that point?
Well, there were a bunch of times that I thought so, and I was constantly looking for reassurances from my seniors as well as Miraj sir, who helped a lot in that. Like one time I got a really bad score around 70s or something, and I immediately asked Miraj sir to hold a meeting to help me get past that, to get back to the thing. I think what you really need is the passion and the drive to get to where you want to get. So as long as you're not giving up, as long as you're just putting in efforts, they will get you somewhere. You just have to just want it really badly, which is what I did.
Ashi, what was your strategy while giving the CLAT exam? What strategy did you adopt while giving the CLAT exam?
I attempted the questions like this. Okay. So I started with logic because I felt that I had tried a few marks, and I felt that whenever I came back to logic later, my accuracy went down. And this is also something that Miraj helped me with. So I started with logic, and I got it done at a quick pace because that was the first subject. So my mind is clear, I'm getting that done. Then I go to GK because I need a break from all the reading. And then I go to legal because I need a clear mind for legal because it holds a lot more value than the other subjects. Then I would just sort of alternate between English and maths because I would go to English and I would get a bit of it done. And then when I got bored of all of the reading that I've been doing, then I would go to maths, do the easy questions first, perhaps one set which was always doable. So I would do that. Then I'd go back to English and then I'd divide my time around that.
This was the only strategy that you followed, or perhaps you must have straddled among strategies, between strategies. You should have tried out different things.
So something that I kept consistent was that I go to a reading intensive section and then I go to GK and then I go to another reading intensive and then I go to maths or something like that. So I'm not putting the pressure on my brain to be fast the entire time. But I kept switching it up. Like initially I started going with English, which is a strong point. So I later realized that I should be keeping it towards the back a little bit. And maths, I used to struggle with where to place it because I always end up taking a bit more time in maths than most other people.
You seem to be an avid reader, I guess.
Yes, that really helped me a lot because I could fast read everything.
So, books that you would suggest to students they should read to improve their...
So there is Word Power Made Easy, which I feel everybody is suggesting, and it actually really helps because it is an interesting book, and it seems like the most basic book that you should be going, but there is a reason that everybody is suggesting it. It really helps a lot. So that is probably what I would really suggest. And Wren and Martin, of course, for the grammar, if you're struggling a bit with that. But I feel it is skippable if you're good enough, if you feel you're confident enough with English.
Did you read consistently throughout the preparation of CLAT? You should read some.
Yeah, well, reading was my hobby from a really young age, and it was what I took solace in whenever I had to take a break from all the studying that I was doing. So I would just suggest you to take whenever, even if you're taking a break, you just take it with a slightly more complicated novel that allows you to build up that habit. So it is a bit away from the theory that you should be reading, but it is also, so it's helping you with your recreation, but it's also still aiding to your preparation.
Okay, Ashi, tell us, how was your journey with CL?
Oh, CL was actually, it was very fun. Yeah. I would actually really like to thank you, Miraj sir, because you were this constant that I felt that I could go back to, and you would always have some really enlightening tidbit to give me, and I was like, wow, okay, this is really going to help now. And I felt that, yeah. And I also felt that CL helped me a lot in the initial time when I wasn't very serious about my preparation. So CL had this, very rigid time, no, not rigid, I would say, but a very structured timetable that I had to go to class. And if I am going to that class, I am learning something and I am going forward in my preparation. So that helped me. And getting those worksheets done, all the material that you gave me, that sort of kept me on a timetable even when I didn't feel like putting in the effort.
Ashi, what was the significance of writing the mocks?
Oh, mocks were very helpful actually, because in CLAT, if you see, one of the main things that you need to be doing is practicing, and you can't just practice a section, you have to practice all of them together, because the pressure of giving just one section, the pressure of giving it for 2 hours is a very different thing. So you have to be writing a lot of mocks, and it's actually, you don't even need to be you don't need to have covered a vast amount of the syllabus to be starting writing mocks, because a lot of it is aptitude based. You just have to understand what is written and you just have to apply that. So I would actually recommend giving a lot of mocks, as many mocks as possible. I think I've given more than 50 mocks, which now that I compare to a lot of my peers is not that much, but I felt it was a lot of mocks that I was giving.
Ashi, you would be making it to the topmost law school of India.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that feeling is something which you cannot express in words. Any tips for people to reach the hallowed portals of NLSIU Bangalore?
I would just say that at the end it comes down to how much you want it. If you really want it, then you will be putting in the effort. You will work towards that goal. If you don't want it that much, if you're not really thinking about being there and how that environment will shape you, how it will help you, and what it can give you, then you're not passionate enough about it. And then it has to be self-driven. Nobody can
dream about it. You have to dream about it. That's what it's saying.
Yes, it has to be a dream that you want. It really has to be that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Anything else you would like to share with us, or any specific thing that you would ask students to do?
I would just ask them to make a schedule and to actually stick to it. Do not make a schedule that exerts you, overexerts you, that after a while you're like, okay, I can't do this anymore. This is not that. It has to be a dynamic schedule. It has to be suited to whatever section you want to be focusing on right now. Like, for example, when I had to cover a lot of GK, I would get up at 6 in the morning and I would get that done. I didn't do it for very long. I just did it around a month and a half. But that really put in that extra edge I needed. And that really helped shape my life. It doesn't matter if you're putting in those extra hours in the morning, in the night. You do it according to however you need to do it, but you do in fact put them in. You do give it the effort an exam this big requires.
Ashi, what was the role of your parents in your achievement?
My parents played a very drastic role, and they just let me be whenever I needed to be left alone. And even now I can observe the difference. Like now, if I tell my mom to please close the door on the way out, she's like, why do you need the door closed? But earlier she would close it as soon as I said it. She'd be like, yeah, it's okay, you can study as much as you need to. She would bring me little snacks in the middle, and it was a very supportive environment.
So wonderful, and once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
To make it, I think you would be Nalsar.
Yes.
That's great, wonderful. Anything, Miraj sir?
So now finally you have made it to Nalsar, Ashi. Like we said, even we are also praying and hoping that you get across NLSIU. That's your dream. I still remember the first time when you talked about your dream. I asked you the top 3 colleges you want to get into, and the answer was NLSIU. Right? So all the best for the same. But then one final part from me. What next? What after 5 years?
After 5 years, I do want to get an LLM. I do want to go into higher studies. And I want to go into corporate law, make partner, all those standard dreams. But yes, I really want to make it big.
Okay, that's a good career line. So all the best for your future.
Thank you.
All the best.
All the best. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Ashi. Good day.
Thank you.